Hello, everyone. It's Iraja Oguntoye again, founder of Russian Chemistry. I'm here to speak with you on my live event again. Fantastic to have you here. Today, I want to speak to you about an action-taking parent. But first, if you are watching it for the first time, then you are welcome. I work with A-level students to support them to achieve an A star in A-level chemistry so that they can achieve an A star in their year 13 result. All right? So we do that by employing what I call my 3 trifectas. And these are the winning environment, 2, habit, and 3, measuring, mastering, and monitoring together, called my strategy. So today is the first live event in this very important month of August. August is important to us in education, especially in the UK, because this is our month of results. Results come out in August. So that is why August is very, very important to us in education. So we want to look at the impact of parents in getting these results to be excellent results. So I have titled today's live event to be benefits of an action-taking parent for their child. What are the benefits of an action-taking parent for their child? And what do I mean by action-taking parent? I mean a parent who is proactive, a parent who is engaged in their child's life from day one. These parents take steps to ensure that their child has all the resources and support that they need to succeed. For instance, the child is well looked after at home, has enough sleep, the child is not feeling well, you look after the child is struggling, you just support the child. That is an action-taking parent. So what are the benefits of being an action-taking parent? Number one, in my over 35 years of being in education, number one is better academic achievement. Students who have action-taking parents usually show better academic achievement. And this is because their parents are more likely to give them everything they need to succeed, support, resources. Send a child to school with food. They've had breakfast at home, you give them packed lunch, and they've had a good night's rest, and they are happy, going into school. That is an action-taking parent, has thought ahead and has provided. The child comes from school and is a little bit clumsy. My darling, what is the problem today? They notice, they support, they give the child emotional needs. And yes, I am really struggling with this subject more. No stories, no negativity. We will find somebody to support you. And therefore, the child succeeds. Academic performance is better than a child who doesn't have this support. Secondly, students who have action-taking parents show higher self-esteem, higher self-confidence, because their parents are more likely to be positive. Positivity goes a long way. Your child is complaining to you about difficulty they're having in school. Rather than listen and provide a solution, you blame the child. It's your fault. You did not listen to Mr. X or Miss Z. The child will not come back to you and tell you anymore. The child will just go off the rail without your knowledge. And therefore, the child is not going to have a lot of self-esteem, because your child's self-esteem and self-confidence is tied very closely to the love and affection you show that child. That is important. A child who has action-taking parents will also show better social skills. Again, it's down to the parents providing for the child. These parents tend to insist on their child participating in extracurricular activities. I used to know a lady who had 4 children, had a full-time job as a head of department, and had to manage her home and husband and a business at the same time. In the UK, we call such people super moms. She was a super mom. 2 of her children were footballers and rugby players. And one night of the week, both boys had training the same day. And she would take both of them, drop the first one in football, drop the second one at rugby, sit down, and then do some work in the car. When it's time to pick up the footballer, she'll go and pick up the footballer, come back and pick up the rugby player and go home. And then repeats the same thing again on Saturday. And then Saturday morning, the other son also had to play football. He was a footballer, small boy. So she would drop him to that one as well before she now goes later in the day for the tournaments. That was a super mom. As a result, her children developed excellent social skills that still stand them in good stead today. Parents, you have a lot of impact to develop that child to be a successful person. It's good to have the pride of a parent who has a successful child. Your job is to provide what the child needs for this success. Firstly, greater resilience. I have observed in all these years, the students who have action-taking parents tend to be more resilient than those who have thinking parents, non-action-taking parents. And this is because action-taking parents teach their children how to cope with challenges and setbacks and difficulties of life. As a result, they learn to bounce back from difficult experiences. There are many more additional benefits of an action-taking parent. One is motivation. Well, by the time you are giving that child higher self-esteem, higher self-confidence, greater resilience, and they are achieving academic success, their motivation increases. They are more likely to achieve the goals both you and they have set for themselves. And this is because they can see you. They see their parents taking action and setting excellent examples. Many years ago, I was shown a picture. A man had his son on his shoulder and he was watching a football match. And the question was, what is the child saying? Whatever answer you say is fine. The correct answer is that the child is saying what the father is saying. That is how important the role model you are to your child. You are the good example that this child is following. You are an action taker, the child is looking at you and is learning from you. From being an action taker, the child becomes a better problem-solving person, developing skills. Yeah, and that is because you, as an action taker, you are more likely to have good problem-solving skills as well. And therefore, your child will learn from you. And therefore, that child, while watching you, seeing how you identify your problems, seeing how you generate solutions, and how you take action, the child will do exactly the same thing. Better problem-solving skills remains a necessity, even in our society today. Most importantly, students who have action-taking parents are not dependent on anyone. They have a greater sense of security and independence. And this is because, again, they learn from who? Parents. How to take care of themselves and how to solve any problem. Parents, I'm speaking to you. Are you an action-taking parent? Are you a thinking and still wondering and still waiting parent? If you are an action-taking parent, you are setting yourself up as the future proud parent of a successful child, or that child will succeed. This time next year, my hope is your child will be one of my students that I will be celebrating this year. If you want your child to excel in A-level chemistry, reach out now. Is your child struggling with chemistry? Does your child need to excel in chemistry so that they can secure admission without going through clearance and study the course they choose, not given to them, and thereby start their first job with a higher than average salary? Reach out to Brashan Chemistry. We do not focus on time, we focus on results. See you same time next week.